Hello and welcome, my dear friend. There are ancient threads woven into your life that you didn't choose, but you were born to untangle them. Long before your first breath, before anyone spoke your name, a decision was made in heaven. You would be the one to break what no one else could. That's why your path has felt heavier than most. That's why certain battles clung to your family for generations, repeating like a broken record. Addiction, fear, shame, poverty, broken relationships, silence. Maybe you thought you were just unlucky, but the truth is you were not unlucky. You were marked to be different, marked to be the ending of what was never meant to continue, marked to end the curse in your bloodline. And living in the middle of that curse was not easy. Look back for a moment, not at the wins, but at the patterns. Do you see it? The same shadows chasing those before you, the same cycles swallowing people you loved, the same chains passed down like an inheritance no one wanted. And maybe you've asked yourself, why me? Why do I feel the weight of all of this on my shoulders? Here's why. Heaven trusted you with it. No, that wasn't meant to break you. It was because you have the strength to do what no one before you could. Think of a glass jar filled with cracks. Year after year, it's glued together, but never fully healed. Every generation passes it on, hoping it will hold just a little longer. And then comes you, not with glue, but with fire. Fire that doesn't patch cracks, but melts the jar down and reshapes it into something whole, something unbreakable. That's what your life is doing in your bloodline. And I know it hasn't been easy. You've probably felt isolated, misunderstood, even rejected by those closest to you. But understand this, when you carry the assignment of a chain breaker, you will rarely fit the mold of those who settled for survival. You weren't made to keep the cycle running. You were made to stop it cold. That's why certain doors slammed in your face. That's why you outgrew environments faster than others. That's why people tried to make you small, because even they could sense the weight you carry. But listen carefully. Their rejection was confirmation of your role. Because liberators don't walk in comfort. They walk in disruption. Your very existence disturbs the powers that wanted your bloodline silent, hidden, stuck. Have you noticed how strangers confess things to you they've never told anyone? How people sometimes can't explain why they're drawn to your presence or unsettled by it? That's not coincidence. That's the authority of a bloodline restorer. Spirit recognizes spirit. Chains recognize fire. And the fire on your life, it refuses to let generational patterns stay comfortable. Let this sink in. You are not carrying generational pain because you were weak. You're carrying it because you're strong enough to burn it. You are the one heaven trusted to say, the curse ends here, with me. It doesn't pass one step further. Think about it. If the curse had been stronger than your calling, you wouldn't be here right now listening to this. You would have folded under the same weight that crushed others before you. But you didn't. You rose. You kept moving. You carried dreams no one around you understood. You chose a different path when settling would have been easier. That's not survival. That's prophecy. And maybe you still feel the scars, the heaviness, the frustration of carrying what doesn't belong to you. But even those scars are proof that you've already destroyed things you don't even realize yet. The fact that you're alive, breathing, standing here, listening, means curses have already failed against you. There are prayers your ancestors whispered, but never lived to see answered. Cries they sent up in silence, hoping someone after them would be free. Those prayers landed on you. You are the answer. You are the fulfillment. You are the miracle they longed for. And heaven is echoing this truth into your spirit right now. You were born to break every curse in your bloodline. Not by force, not by perfection, but by simply walking in the truth of who you are. Chosen, marked, set apart. This is why your life has never followed the script of those before you. Because your story isn't a repeat. Your story is a reset. But here's the thing, my dear friend. Ending generational cycles doesn't always look dramatic. Sometimes it looks like choosing differently when everyone else repeated the same mistake. Sometimes it's as simple as refusing to hand down the same pain you were handed. Maybe you refused to let bitterness be your language, even when betrayal ran deep in your family. That's dismantling a curse. Maybe you decided to treat your children, your family, or your friends with tenderness when all you knew was harshness. That's dismantling a curse. Maybe you walked away from an addiction when everyone said it would swallow you too. That's dismantling a curse. You've been doing it without even realizing it. Every choice you made to stop history from repeating has been an act of rebellion against the chains on your bloodline. And here's the part you need to hear. Breaking chains doesn't just stop destruction, it births blessing. Every wall you tear down creates a doorway for the ones after you. Your loved ones, your children, your community, the people connected to you. They will walk through gates you kicked open. Picture this, a runner carrying a torch through the dark, and behind them, the path lights up. That's you. You're not just surviving your journey, you're illuminating the ground for those who will never have to stumble the way you did. That's why the fight has felt so unfair, because it wasn't just your life at stake. Every victory you've had in private has been rewriting what's possible for your entire line. You've been shouldering battles that were centuries old, and you've been winning. And let's be honest, there were moments you thought you wouldn't make it. Times you felt the weight of despair pressing down, whispering, "It's too much. You can't do this. Just give up." But even in those moments, something in you refused to quit. That something wasn't random. It was the evidence of your calling. Because lineage shifters may bend, but they don't break. Listen closely. You are not weak for feeling the weight. You are strong for carrying it this far. You are not cursed because the fight has been hard. You are chosen because you are the only one strong enough to win it. And here's the shift. This isn't only about what you're ending. It's about what you're beginning. Curses end with you, but blessings start with you too. Think of soil that has been dry and barren for generations. And then one day someone plants a seed. That seed doesn't just grow for the planter. It transforms the ground itself. Suddenly, what was once called barren is now fertile. That's you. You've shifted the very soil of your bloodline. And maybe people around you don't recognize it yet. Maybe they still see you as ordinary, or still judge you by your past. But heaven doesn't see you that way. Heaven sees the one who said, "Enough." The one who stood up to generational patterns and said, "It ends here." This is why your life is so disruptive. Why doors opened for others but seemed locked for you. Why you were set apart, even when it hurt. You've been in training for something larger than yourself. Now, the season is shifting. The battles that once consumed you are losing their grip. The chains you thought would never fall off have already started breaking. You can feel it. The air is lighter, the weight is shifting. This isn't coincidence, it's fulfillment. Because when heaven declares curse breaker, hell has no choice but to bow. And I want you to imagine this with me. The next time you walk into a room, you're not just walking in as yourself. You're walking in with the prayers of your ancestors behind you. You're walking in carrying victories they never lived to see. You're walking in as the proof that cycles can end and something new can begin. People may not understand it. Some may even resist it, but they will feel it. They will feel the authority you carry, the freedom in your presence, the shift in your words. Because you are not just a person, you are a turning point. You are the place where destruction stopped and destiny started. So when you hear the whispers of doubt again, when life tries to convince you that you're still bound, remember this truth. Chains don't end quietly. They end with resistance. And resistance always comes right before breakthrough. You've already survived what was designed to destroy you. That means the curse is broken. That means the story has changed. That means the future is different because of you. Take a deep breath right now and let this settle in your spirit. You are the curse breaker of your generation. Not because you're flawless, not because you're the loudest, but because God saw something in you strong enough to hold the fire, brave enough to confront the storm, and faithful enough to rewrite a bloodline's destiny. This is your inheritance. And soon, the world will not only see the battles you've survived, they'll see the blessings you've birthed. So walk forward in that truth, because history won't remember you as the one who carried the curse. History will remember you as the one who broke it forever. And before we finish, I want to share something with you. As a musician, I've started a second channel, Simplified Serenity, with soaking worship instrumentals for prayer, stillness, and deep rest. If you felt peace here today, take it with you into your own quiet time with God. The link's in the description. I'd love to see you there.